Yes, just like every other service, just like every other department, just like every other industry, errors are bound to happen. And someone somewhere will do an error. But to the healthcare professionals, it's different because a mechanic, oh no, let me not take a mechanic, might be a wrong example. A carpenter might make an error trying to do a chair and end up making a new style. Or we just need to undo the wood and then redo it again. A salonist will do your hair and make an error and it might become a new style. Or a seamstress might do your dress and it makes an error and it becomes a new style. Or she just needs to redo it again. Or buy a material and do it again. No harm caused. Everybody goes home happy. But in the situation of healthcare providers, an error leads to one person paying dearly with their life, if not easily identified, so that it could be corrected. But no, these nurses, they might not tell you, the patient, that they did an error. And that is why your patient lost their life. They might not tell you that they did an error, and that is why the individual's leg was amputated after a surgery that was safe. They might not tell you that they did an error. That is why you are now going to be operated again because a cotton, because a gauze, because a towel was forgotten in your stomach. Somebody always has to pay, and somebody always has to pay dearly. So this brings us to this program. So this brought us to this program, which says that what? What is the most disgusting thing you have ever had to do as a nurse or as a doctor? We are going to try to see when or a particular day in which we are going to put this program, and we will title it Inside Life. Now, Inside Life will be covering every other dimension, be it healthcare or personal wise or whatsoever, but then it's going to be a free space for somebody to say something without being judged by the community, but just seeking for community forgiveness or airing it out so that they can forgive themselves. So to begin with number one, we're actually not going to identify who sent what or where or when, but we are going to be reading the stories and understanding what was said and how we can chip in. Your chipping in is not to judge. Your chipping in is to be able to let these individuals forgive themselves. So it reads, the most disgusting thing I ever had to do as a nurse was to keep quiet when I saw the worst crime of inhumanity. Let's take the first paragraph. It was my first year in the nursing school, and during holidays, I went home to mother for Christmas. When I decided to assist in a community hospital in my village, after assisting and observing for 1 week, I was left with another week to round up and go back to school. I was off on Friday as per schedule, so I took the advantage to go and visit my father, who was in another town, where I spent the night, and the next day at about 2 p.m., I headed home to mother so as to go to work in the evening by 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., I was already on duty. The handover was done, and the previous nurses went home, leaving one strict instruction to the nurses, which was to connect the oxygen machine to the patient in the male ward, bed 8. The male senior nurse, after the handover, went for it and connected, so we thought. After 2 hours, at 11 p.m., the wife of the man came in crying and said, "My husband is dead." The male nurse jokingly asked her if she can identify someone who is dead. She was angry and responded to the female senior nurse, and she said, "Please check on my husband." We all left to the male ward to see what was happening. For real, the patient was dead. We removed his drip and the rest of the things that were connected to him. But when the female nurse asked the male nurse to turn off the oxygen machine, he realized it wasn't on. Ooh, that is serious. This is serious. The nurse came to connect oxygen to this patient, came in, took the first mask, put it on the face, and did not on the machine, leaving the father with no way to breathe and with no choice but to die. Because he could not help himself, his carers did not even notice, and the nurse left. Okay. Let's not say anything. Let's just read further. As if the situation isn't bad enough for me, the male nurse had no remorse for his action and again told the female nurse, "Do you know I did not even on the machine?" Why laughing? Why laughing? As if it was not bad enough that he did not on the machine. He was saying so while laughing. My God, I was half dead with that father. I looked at his wife and tears filled my eyes. Oh, have mercy upon yourself. I was so ashamed of him, disgusted, and felt like giving him the slap of his life. I'm sure he deserved that. That slap, he would have deserved it. The type of slap that each time he looked into the mirror, he would remember that day. But I could not. I was just a student, still in my first year, and had nothing to say. Oh, so sorry. They both laughed over it and carried the deceased away. From that moment, I said nothing to the two nurses until I went home to my mother, and that was the last day I was in the hospital. I am very sure if I was in your situation as a student nurse, year one, it would probably be my last day in the hospital too. But let's see what happens. The promising future I saw myself as a nurse seems to die away. Have mercy, you might be the change that we need in the healthcare system. The respect and the passion I got for these people of nursing profession just died away. I understand your pain. I was depressed for days, which turned into weeks, and finally months went by. The face of that man kept coming into my mind as though he was asking for revenge. I had to find a way to forgive myself for seeing it and not saying a word about it till today. This is since 2019, and she has not been able to say a word till today. So you can imagine the amount of pain and suffering this individual had to go through for what she saw, what she experienced in the healthcare setting. I have never gathered enough courage to walk myself through that day to explain to someone what happened. I completed a nursing school and was offered a job in that hospital, which I rejected because I knew what I was getting into. The nightmare of that particular room and bed will not allow me to walk. And knowing I will be working with those nurses, hell no. For true, if you had to work with these nurses, you will probably have to start by reporting them before you can be able to have the peace of mind to be able to walk freely. I understand your pain. It's not easy. Not at all. I decided to make a difference. That is where we're supposed to be going. Because it's not giving up. It's not giving up on the healthcare profession. It's not giving up on the nurses or the doctors because they did something wrong. However, we need the people who will decide that they are ready to make a change, even though everything seems to crumble. I decided to make a difference. Throughout my study life, I have seen things I wish I never saw them, heard words I wish I was deaf, and was placed in tight situations I thought I wouldn't make it home. But all this taught me one lesson. I told myself, even if the hospital nowadays kills more than the number of deadly accidents that occurs on the road in Cameroon, they made a very perfect example because the roads in Cameroon is worse. I will make a difference and be a better nurse. If you're just coming to my page for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you for stepping by. Just take few seconds of your time, please. Down here, you're going to see the like button. Click on the like button, click on subscription, and on the notification bell so that every video that I send, you will be the first to be notified. And leave a comment. Leave your questions, leave your encouragement comments so that I will be able to keep on going with these videos. In case you want to get to me as a healthcare personnel, that you have your own confession to make so that you can find peace with yourself. We know that there are a lot of disgusting things that happen in the healthcare system, but I want you to understand that you can find peace, even though you have done the unspeakable. As bad as the situation might look, as tough as it is, as difficult as we might feel or think that this situation is, I still want to tell you that you should find it in your heart to forgive yourself. Yes, the man died, and that is why I say our profession is not like any other profession. Because unlike others, they have the chance to do the right thing when they realize that they have done the wrong one. But we do not have those many chances to do the right thing when we have done the wrong one. Most at times, the patient pays for it. Most at times, because of the negligence, because of wasabi, because of the things that we go through, we turn to neglect the very purpose for which we decided to take the oath of nursing. When you decide on that very fateful day to take the Nightingale oath to be a nurse, we are expecting that you will be able to assist in the healthcare setting in collaboration with the doctors, in collaboration with the nursing assistants, with the midwives and other health personnel to help the patient live a better life or to help the patient to die at peace, not to kill the patient. To be able to prolong life or to be able to help this individual to whom we know life cannot be prolonged again, to die in peace with themselves and with their family. So, my dear, there was absolutely nothing you could do as an individual. Have mercy upon yourself. Forgive yourself. Give yourself a chance to look at life on another dimension. It has been a long time, and we are expecting that because you said you want to make a difference, you should make that difference by starting with yourself. Forgive yourself. Give yourself that chance to heal. Give yourself that chance to be able to look at your colleague and assist and make healthcare system a better place. We have already come to a situation whereby people know that the easiest way they need to die is to go to the hospital. Yeah, because one person will do one error or the other, and then before you know it, you are gone. But I do not want you out there to give up hope. But I would like that each and every one of you to join in collaboration to see that our healthcare system can be worth writing home about. Because gradually, if we do not stand up to say the things that are wrong, if we do not stand up to appreciate the things that are right, if we do not stand up to make amends and to put straight what's supposed to be there, even the healthcare personnel will not be able to take care of themselves someday. I just watched a video last week of a nurse that died in one hospital somewhere in Mboya that went through CS and died within the process. And the family was coming up to lay claims about the errors and every other thing. These are just one of 1,000 deaths that happen in the healthcare system that is caused by nurses or doctors or other health personnel. As for the nurse who happily had no remorse of what they did, I pray someday your heart, your conscience, if not with repentance and doing the right thing according to the healthcare system, according to the oath you took, may you be able to pay your sins first hand. I am not out here because I want to attract some fame or attract something that is different. No, I am here because I'm equally trying to pick up my cord as a nurse educator. I have seen sufficiently enough. I have experienced enough. And I think that it is due time that nurses, that doctors, that healthcare personnel stand up, sit up, and do their job the right way. If not forgetting anything, this platform is still not to judge you. It is giving you that chance to say some of those things that you are unable to say it to anybody. To be able to say those things that you have done that your heart seek for forgiveness, but you do not know where. Say it. Have peace with yourself so that you can be able to concentrate and be able to take care of other patients the right way. Forgiveness starts with you before the association of patients will be able to forgive you. And I pray that we should be able to look at this in an aspect of kindness, in an aspect of forgiveness, so that they will be able to do their job in the best way they can. Thank you. If you're just coming to my page for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you for stepping by. Just take few seconds of your time, please. Down here, you're going to see the like button. Click on the like button, click on subscription, and on the notification bell so that every video that I send, you will be the first to be notified. And leave a comment. Leave your questions, leave your encouragement comments so that I will be able to keep on going with these videos.